How long do you think it would take me to eat this entire bowl if I ate one shred at a time? This bowl was full before we started filming. Recipe may be inaccurate. I'm Farideh, and today we're gonna make stuffed shells. Not very complicated dish. Our camera guy, Billy, has some really good memories of stuffed shells, and his dad used to make him stuffed shells, like frozen stuffed shells, twice a week. So, honor of Billy. Brings back all those warm and loving memories of your childhood, am I right? Or make a really simple red sauce. Now, I can't stress enough with cooking any of these recipes that I ever make that you can make them yours very easily. You can use whatever kind of red sauce recipe that you like. And this is like gonna be like a pretty chunky sauce. So I'm gonna heat up a little bit of oil, maybe like a tablespoon or so in there, and then roughly chop an onion. You know what the best thing is the smell of garlic. And this year for Christmas, my friend Peter, who's not here today, he got me a garlic scented candle. What a nice guy, right? He's the best. Best friend ever. We've got matching best friend bracelets. Oh, this is getting hot. Onion into there. The salt is seasoning the onions. It's also helping to soften them so they don't like super burn. All right. Sometimes I thinly slice my garlic. Sometimes I just roughly chop it. It smells amazing. It's like the best candle ever. I haven't burnt it yet, like lit it and burned it in my apartment. I feel like that's a bit aggressive to BH, but maybe when I'm on that romantic date one day, I'll set the mood. I'm gonna add in 1 can of whole peeled tomatoes, and I just like to, here, we'll add some of juice in there now. And I'm just gonna crush them by hand, right in there. I like the texture of this better than like the cans that you buy that are already pre-crushed. And also there's just something really nice about this. Listen to it. It just feels good. It feels good in between your fingers. We got a squirter. Ooh, it's going everywhere. Bring on the comments. All right. I'm gonna also add in some butter. I like to add butter to all my red sauce always. This is like 4 tablespoons. You don't have to add butter. If you don't want butter in it, don't do it. But it does add nice like richness to the sauce. So this is gonna come to a nice little simmer. We're gonna let it cook until it's nice and thick. Yeah, I have it on medium high-ish. It'll probably take like 20, 25-ish minutes, okay? Meanwhile, I'm gonna bring a pot of water to a boil. Okay, we're gonna wait for our tomato sauce to reduce, and while we're doing that, we'll prepare the rest of the dish. Every box of shells usually has a recipe for stuffed shells on it. So if you're uncertain about like the cooking time of this and whatever, you can like reference that box. But this is a really simple recipe. It's just gonna be like mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, garlic salt, Italian seasoning, and ricotta. Into this guy, I'm going to put all of this ricotta. It's about 1 pound of ricotta. Ricotta, is that what they say? Is that what the real Italians say? I don't know. Here's the thing, my mom, Teresa, we're gonna do a pop-up picture of her photo again. That'd be fun. Italian American, like whatever. Everything she says that's Italian, she has like some kind of Italian accent, like a fake Italian accent. But she'll be like, oh, Farideh, bring me the mozzarella. And I'm like, seriously, Teresa? Like, it's insane. So back to this guy. I'm gonna put in 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. This is 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. This is 1 pound of shredded mozzarella, and I'm gonna use about half of that. I've already eaten most of it though, so this recipe is probably not accurate. The rest of it we're gonna put on the top later. This is about 1 cup of grated Parmesan. I'm gonna use about 3/4 of a cup. We're gonna leave some of this too, put on the top of the shells. A Parmigiano Reggiano. We get the mozzarella, the ricotta, I can't do this. Just gonna mix this guy up. It's like a pretty dry mixture, but at the end of the day, we're gonna layer this with the red sauce, with this, all the cheese. It's gonna be like really like melty and gooey. My water's boiling. I'm gonna add my shells. Don't forget to salt your water. Everyone always is like, tastes like the sea. The pasta absorbs all the water and it's gonna absorb that flavor. So I'm gonna set a timer for 9 minutes. That's what the box said to do. Okay, this, I'm gonna move out of the way. Meanwhile, quickly, I'm gonna put my fake one in the oven, okay? This is one I made already. I made it ahead of time so that we won't have to wait while I do everything else. So, it's my spot. Billy, get ready for the best stuffed shells of your life. This is already almost done. It's pretty thick. I like a thick sauce. I'm gonna drain it before I ruin it. It's right out of there. Because you wanna like work with this right away, I'm gonna put it back into this pot like that and just run cold water over it. Make it cool enough to handle so you can actually stuff the shells. People always like say to shock, like when you're shocking vegetables and stuff, and Harold McGee did like some tests to be like, is that true? Like, is shocking vegetables or putting things in ice baths, is that actually preventing, like stopping it from cooking? Consensus was that it doesn't stop it from actually cooking or anything. I don't remember the science of it. This isn't the science show, guys. This is the cooking show. If you want fucking science, Google it. These are cooled down enough. Let's do a little shake. Oh, I didn't season my sauce yet. Let me season that. So the sauce doesn't need to be completely cooled down right now. I'm not gonna like put my fingers in or anything. I'm just gonna put maybe about, I don't know, a third of this or so, half of it on the bottom. Just spread it out just a little thin layer. Nice chunky sauce. Take your shell, open it up, and then it's about 2 tablespoons or so inside. Just nestle them in there together. Billy, you're gonna eat this for lunch? I'm gonna pull you on camera to eat it with me. Yesterday when I made the swap, I had like just enough for one single layer. I think because I ate so much of it yesterday, of the filling. I don't know if I have a favorite cheese. Feta. Feta with like warm bread. You know what I mean? It kind of like melts into it a little bit. It's like salty and just like good. We're gonna put more red sauce on the top of it. Then we're gonna put the rest of the cheese all on top of it. And then the rest of the parm too. Boom. It's ready to go in the oven. It's gonna go in the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes until it's golden and bubbly. Should we pretend there's not one in there? Oh yeah. Nice, see, bubbling, golden. Take some fresh basil. Fuck, basil smells good. You know I need a basil candle. I'm just gonna kind of thinly slice it. Help brighten this up. Let's put it on top of this. That is beautiful. You guys need to take some stills of this? Ooh. Just like this. All right, I'm gonna put more cheese because that's the ingredient of the day is cheese. You can just kind of see all that like ricotta, like cheese mixture in there. That's so good. It's so good. It's so cheesy and delicious. Billy, you gotta try it. I blew it for you. Do you like it? Don't say you don't like it on camera.
It's better than frozen.
Better than frozen, see? The good thing about this sauce, so it kind of has like the tomatoes in this have a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's like very savory, very cheesy, like really creamy. Here we go. The basil at the end kind of like, I'm not gonna say it like brightens it up, but it just kind of adds like a nice little herbaceous note to it. For the recipe for stuffed shells, click the link in the description. And don't forget, if you want to put it on Instagram, you can tag it #cookmunchies, and so we can see it and share it. We're gonna eat this. Here we go. This is good. You guys want some?